And while the situation in Ukraine may seem like a world away, KITV4's Leah Kamanah takes a look at why we here in Hawaii should be paying attention to the things that continue to develop.
When we're in a place like Hawaii and we're thinking, well, thank goodness we're not right on the, next door to the war, then you have to start questioning, though, what does it mean? Like, what kind of precedent does it mean that international boundaries don't matter?
Jairus Grove, associate professor of international studies at the University of Hawaii, tells me how the situation in Ukraine plays out could have lasting consequences.
This is calling into question what NATO is for. This is calling into question what the United States has the capacity to do without firing shots.
Grove says the U.S.'s next steps will be watched closely by our other adversaries, such as China and North Korea.
We've cut off Russia's government from Western financing. It can no longer raise money from the West and cannot trade in its new debt on our markets or European markets either.
Today, the U.S. and Western allies announcing major economic sanctions.
Sanctions only work if they're painful. But if they're painful, then they're probably working in a way we're not going to enjoy.
Such as at the gas pump, where Hawaii will see prices continue to go up.
We are market takers, and so we tend to purchase, the oil on the market where we can get it from the cheapest. In the last few years, 34%, roughly a third of all oil coming into Hawaii comes from Russia. So from that standpoint, it has a major impact on us.
But the problem lies in if the sanctions don't work.
That means that we don't have a way to constrain Russia that doesn't involve military force. My read over the past several years is that Putin has built a large enough sort of counter financial network outside of the sanctions that he can keep foreign direct investment coming in and capital coming in.
We will have to wait and see whether or not sanctions work to deter Russia. But Grove tells me if Russia takes Ukraine too easily, we will have to start to wonder, does Putin set his eyes elsewhere? In Honolulu, Leah Kamanah, KITV4 Island News.